Hi everyone, how's everybody doing out there? This video is about a new song that I've been working on. It's a part of my drum and bass project, and I think you're going to find it very interesting. I'm using a lot of different concepts that we've been talking about here on the channel, and of course on the lesson site. We go into it really in depth, which is probably what is really needed to get these things down. But you can see all about it here on the channel. And I have a lot of free stuff on my lessons on my website too that you can read my blog and stuff like that. But I really love this type of music for creativity, flow, grooves, and a lot of vocabulary that you can put in. It's so open for many types of vocabulary. Watch till the end of the video because I'm going to break down the tune and give you an explanation of what the concepts are that I'm using in the grooves and in the fills and all that stuff, okay? So I hope you enjoy it, and let's give it a listen. Okay, folks, that was one of my latest tunes from my drum and bass project. And I think it might be interesting to talk about how I'm approaching this groove and the creative process in general itself. So, of course, I take a lot of inspiration from funk drumming, and drum and bass and jungle and stuff like that. And I try to do my own thing with it. So, just as a basic groove, what I'm doing is a lot of 3-bar cycle work. So we've talked a lot about that here on the channel. And I just want to give you an example of what that's like briefly. Okay, so this is the type of thing I'm doing with 3-bar cycle. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you study the 3-bar cycle with me, you know that it's basically this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, so all the grooves I'm doing there are based on that. Okay, the different voices take different spots in the cycle, and of course I'm permutating the heck out of it, and doing variations and stuff like that. So it's a very, very interesting way to play, and something that most pros know how to do. So if you haven't checked out the 3-bar cycle, I urge you to join the lesson site, because it's a massive study. And now we have the latest book handout on the site dealing with the 3-bar cycle in funk. And of course we have it on video and MP3 for you to listen in your car or a train or whatever you deal with in the daily life. And it's something that really makes a huge difference in your drumming. It takes you out of being a binary player into being more in the world of pro playing, with ternary vocabulary mixed in and all that stuff. Anyway, it's a long process, but it's absolutely beautiful way to phrase. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is kind of a drum and bass. I'm mixing drum and bass in there, and you might recognize these double time types of grooves like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now a lot of that has the 3-bar cycle in it as well. Okay, if you listen to the snare drum, mostly that's where you're going to recognize the cycle phrasing. Okay, so this is how I think about it here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's how the 3-bar cycle works in drum and bass. Most of the guys that play drum and bass on a live kit, and even Photech, he's doing a lot of that type of stuff. So it's again something you need to learn rhythmically, a rhythmic motif that is super important. All right, so then I am taking cues from Indian type drumming as well. If I do groups of 5, 7, and 9, that's what I do. And so that sounds something like this. I'm just going to play some stuff with groups of 5 and separate them. Okay, first groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That type of phrasing. Groups of 7, okay, and 9. So this is going to be 7. 1, 2, 3. I'm doing it in 8-bar phrases pretty much. And then groups of 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if you go back, if you want to study that stuff, again, the Skidoo method is something very, very useful in this case. All right. The Skidoo method encompasses all these things that I'm talking about, 5, 7, 9, and it also gives you a way to mix all these phrases together, even up to 11, okay? So go back and check out the Skidoo method. Now that's my approach, okay, here on the kit when I'm doing these types of grooves. The fills are basically either linear stuff or stuff that I do all the time, but it's also a lot to do with Indian drumming, okay? So if you want to check out that, of course, we have Paradiddles and the Magic Sticking. We've been studying that here. And that's also a great book for vocabulary. Now, the title is a little bit deceiving, Paradiddles and the Magic Sticking, but the overall picture of the book is phrasing. But you're just using paradiddles to achieve that phrasing, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this tune. And remember, the lesson site is waiting for you, only $200 for the entire year. Me as your personal coach. We're doing hand consultations as well. We're here at Posca Recording Studio doing remote recording for anyone who needs live drummings on their songs. And we're going to do live streaming pretty soon. Also, pretty soon we're going to be in Malta. So don't forget, Drummers Intensive Day Malta coming up. I'm posting about that as well. So keep your eye out for that. All right, lovely people. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And see you in the next one. Peace. Hi, friends. I'm here to tell you about an exciting new program I have on my lesson site. It's called the Elite Program. In this program, you're going to be working with me very, very closely while I guide you through the entire site. The Elite Program. Why do I call it that? Because I'm searching for the most dedicated people to study this material. If you want to be a professional drummer, you're going to have to change your life. You're going to have to put drums ahead of everything. And I'm here to make sure that that decision is something that's going to benefit your life in the most positive way it can. Some websites have guest artists that come in and show you some stuff for about an hour and then they leave and you never hear from them again. You're stuck with the guys on the site that may or may not have much experience at all. In this program, you're going to be working with me directly, 3 hours a day for an entire week online, okay? We're going to be having conference online, video conference, 3 hours a day for a week. In this week, I'm going to guide you through everything, prepare you. I'm going to watch you play. I'm going to watch you practice. We're going to work together on things in the moment, okay, which is very important. Now, why the price, you may ask? Well, an online video session with me usually costs $270 for 2 hours. A private lesson with me in New York costs $100 an hour. A lot of guys charge a lot more than $100, maybe $200, $300 an hour. My price is $100 an hour. I think that's fair. So if you take that many hours with me, okay, 7 times 3, that's 21, that's $2,100. The price of the course is $1,900. So you're already saving $400 by doing it this way. $400 savings. Plus, you have the full year membership to the site with email support, Skype support, and everything else. This unique study situation has been brought about by the technology we enjoy today. Before, you would have had to travel to New York, hang out with me, come to my house, you know, have all those expenses of going to New York, which many guys have done. But now we can do things in a much more, let's say, efficient basis, more economical, and a way that you can be constantly in touch, not only having me in New York there while you're there. Okay, so this is, I think, an amazing opportunity to study. I've taught at some of the best drumming institutions in the world. That's not something that everybody can say. And I have all that knowledge right here waiting for you. If you're serious about your drumming, the lesson site is there. And I'm there as well, ready to make sure you get the most out of the drumming experience and having drums in your life. Okay? I hope you will check out the Elite program. The most innovative curriculum there is comes from having the experience from teaching all over the world, drummers at every level from the highest drumming cultures on the planet. What you're going to need to participate is a way to interact with me online. You need to have a drum set up with your camera, your phone, or whatever. It has to sound halfway decent, and a good Wi-Fi connection so we have uninterrupted streaming. Now, as far as the price goes, if you use PayPal, you can break up the payments. PayPal offers you a variety of ways you can pay. You can use your credit card, and if you don't have access to those things, just write me and we'll figure out a way. But this is a very important program, and I think you're gonna love it. It's not a common opportunity to study drums, so I hope you'll take it and make the best of it. All right, folks, see you on the Elite program. Peace.